go to any NACHI.org page, top right corner, log in, and then go to your dashboard. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to see a thing called local resources. We're going to click that. But also, like, Alicia is a member of the Raleigh chapter. So right there, if you are a member of a chapter, it'll automatically appear in your dashboard. So you can jump there real quick and take a look at like events that are coming up. So we've got in Raleigh, we've got an event coming up. So Alicia has access to chapter events in her local area. But if she goes to local resources, I want you to go to local resources and then go to Florida, click Florida. And then let's take a look at the resources you have as a home inspector in Florida and as a member of InterNACHI. Well, the first thing is we're hiring wind mitigation inspectors for the My Safe Florida Home Program. Down in Florida, you know, those roofs, they tend to blow off in high winds. So we want them to stay on the house. And the insurance companies want those roofs to stay as well. And so there's a big inspection program going on for wind mitigators. So we'll train you, we'll certify you, we'll get you listed, and then you can enroll in the My Safe Florida Home Program. And we're essentially inspecting every roof in the state of Florida, one by one. And we're a part of that program. We're also having an event in Florida. It's a national convention. Make that a little bit bigger. And it's going to be in Orlando. It was canceled because of the hurricane, but it's rescheduled. So now we're doing it in February. It's rescheduled. And it's February 16th to 18th for $175. And we're going to feed you for a couple of days. And you're going to get a ton of education. There's a bunch of workshops or state approvals. You can check out the presenters. Juan's going to be there. I'm going to be there. And so far, we have about 1,000 people showing up. And I think in the next few months, we're going to push it to, 1,500. We're also a college. InterNACHI has the InterNACHI School. It's the only home inspector college in the United States. It's accredited by National Accrediting Agency of the U.S. Department of Education. So it's a real college. It's internachi.edu. So whenever you take a course from our college, you're taking essentially a college level course. It's recognized as a university. And it's everything's free. All the courses that our school provides is free for InterNACHI members. You're getting licensed, so that's good. We have a licensing resource there. You're going to take the exam. Juan's probably going to help you prepare for that exam and take it. We have insurance that's required by the state, and we have a link here to get a quote. Don't buy anything. Make sure you compare. Try to get 2 or 3 other insurance companies and take a look at them. And always, in business, you always want to list out the benefits or the value that you are going to get, and then compare the value, right? And then the price. And in home inspections, in the home inspection business, it's the same thing. What you want to do is compete on value, not on price. Because if everything else is equal and we're all competing on price, the lowest price wins, and that's no good for anybody. That's no good for any business owner. That's no good for any consumer either. So what you want to do is you want to compete on value. You want to make sure that in your marketing, once you become a licensed home inspector, and let's say you're going to start your own company, you want to think about marketing why you should be hired. And that has something that has a lot to do with value. What's the value you're going to give to people? And you have to communicate that, right? So anyways, in relation to insurance, take a look to see if the insurance that InterNACHI has is of value to you. On top of becoming a licensed home inspector, I want you to consider becoming a certified inspector as well. And there's a reason. I want to see if I can get my face in here. Can I get my face in here? It's like, I want you to see. There we go. It's going to put my face up. How about that? So I want you to become a certified home inspector as well. And the reason is that holding a home inspector license tells your potential clients that you've met the minimum standard in the state to perform a home inspection. What you really want to do is attain that license, that minimum standard, that you're legally allowed to perform an inspection in the state. But that's not good enough, right? What kind of value is that? You hold the same license that 10,000 other licensed home inspectors hold. How are you going to distinguish yourself from the rest? One of them is to become a certified inspector. In addition to become licensed, in addition to holding a license, you want to attain something else, some kind of credential. Like I'm a code inspector, right? I'm ICC certified code inspector. I can go to a house and inspect code, right? Maybe that gives me a little bit of a distinction between my competitors, and I can stand out from the crowd because I've got that code certification. Well, same thing with InterNACHI, right? Not every licensed home inspector is an InterNACHI certified home inspector, and not everybody uses the CPI logo, but the CPI logo is part of marketing. And marketing is all about communicating value. The reason to hire you is because you're not just licensed. Thousands of people are licensed, but you're actually certified in other things. And it's not just being certified in home inspections, but we've got 65 other types of certifications. If you want to be a wind mitigation inspector, we've got that certification. If you want to be a mold inspector, we can help you with that. If you want to be an infrared certified inspector, if you want to run around with an infrared camera, tell people that you're trained and certified using that camera. Once you attain a license, you got to renew it. And we have free online CEs, state-approved CEs to renew your license. You don't have to worry about that right now. And you're already at the hands-on training experience at the House of Horrors. We've got free live webinars for Florida inspectors. This is essentially one of them. Talk specifically about Florida issues. If you wanted to network with certified and licensed inspectors, we got a link there. That's really good. It's really good to hang out with other inspectors, like-minded people, going through the same stuff as you, maybe not in your geographical area, but in the same state, following the standards of practice of the state, following the law, filing your application fees. It's good to bounce ideas off of people who are also in your area. And we got a link to those inspectors. You click the link and it randomly populates up, right? So here's Tommy Hayes, Island Home Inspection Services in Orange Park. There's Pensacola. There's Pembroke Pines. So they're all over the place. I would just reach out to someone in your area and maybe hang out with them, maybe ride along with them, become a helper or an assistant, carry the heavy ladder or the toolbox, or maybe remove the dead front cover, or just listen to how an experienced inspector does their job. What do they say? What do they do? What's their inspection process? What do they inspect first? Where do they end up at the end of the inspection? What kind of software are they using? There's incredible value in being with other licensed and certified inspectors. And we've got that link for you, right? Now, if you want to be trained by another inspector, like a master inspector, like Juan Garcia, you may want to not be in the same geographical area or zip code, right? A lot of inspectors are hesitant in training potentially a new a competitor, right? They want, like, friendly competitors is a nice term, but really you don't want to train your direct competition. So maybe reach out to people who are outside of your service area. You may have to do some driving, but it's probably a good idea. We talked about Alicia joining her local chapter. Just click this link and we've got chapters down in Florida. Some of them are strong and some of them are not. InterNACHI doesn't run any chapters. We just provide resources for members to run their own chapters. So take a look at these chapters. I would definitely check out InterNACHI chapter. There's a lot of resources there. If you go to that page, you can check out some commercial property training, and there's all kinds of events coming up. And there's the latest news, right? Like, how do you re-enter a flooded home? There's a really good inspection article about that, right? You want to take a look at that. So this is all really good state-specific stuff. So this is a fantastic resource, and it's absolutely free. So click that, find the Florida chapter, and if it's not strong, hey, maybe reach out to the chapter president and say, hey, let's re-energize this thing, right? Or if there isn't a chapter in your area, you can start your own at no cost. Find a mentor. Mentors are experienced inspectors who agree to volunteer their time and effort to help other inspectors. That's pretty cool. Yep. So if you go to mentoring, you can log into the mentoring program and you can find, I just want mentoring about mold, right? Or maybe commercial inspections, right? And I want Florida inspection. So there's 38 mentors in the state of Florida, right? So if you click that, you get all of the mentors here who are able to help you. Just click the link and contact them. So that's a free resource for you. We've got legal documents that are specific to Florida. Florida is different from all other states. There's some specific language that is needed in your contractual agreements, for example, between you and your client. You want to visit this resource. It's like a, you know what LegalZoom is? It's like a LegalZoom for home inspectors in Florida. And then there's mold inspections. Now, we asked Florida to comment on home inspectors who are not mold assessors. They're not licensed by the state to do mold inspections, but can a home inspector, like I'm a Florida licensed home inspector. I am. I hold a license in Florida. I'm a licensed Florida home inspector. What if I do an inspection and I see the M word? Am I allowed to say the M word during an inspection? What can I do as a home inspector, not licensed to do mold assessments, but what can I do for my client? I want to provide valuable information to my client, and I'm seeing something like water penetration into the first floor on slab, the living room or something like that, and it looks, you know, I can smell it, and it looks like. So we asked the state to say what a home inspector can do and not do, right? And this is basically it right here. Wind mitigation inspections. A fantastic way to make a ton of cash, right? There's a lot of wind mitigation inspection work down in Florida and surrounding states. You want to get trained and certified and listed by InterNACHI as a wind mitigation inspector, so that the state knows that you're qualified to perform wind mitigations in Florida. 4-point inspections. That's another, we call them ancillary or additional inspection that you can offer, right? It's not just about being a home inspector licensed, holding up a license and just waiting for the phone to ring. It's about doing all these other things and maybe being a one-stop shop for your clients or their agents. Here's some more information about wood destroying organisms down in Florida. It's kind of like mold. What do you say when you see indications of damage that may be caused by a bug, right? And so we asked the state to comment on that. You want to take a look at that. Commercial property inspections, that's the new thing that's been around for a few years now. It's getting very popular. Home inspectors, we deal in the hundreds of dollars. Commercial property inspectors deal in the thousands of dollars. So if you want, but it's a totally different animal. It is very unlike a home inspection, right? We're not just flushing toilets and testing GFCIs in the kitchen. Commercial property inspections is very different. So there's an organization, it's a sister organization called CCPIA. It's a Certified Commercial Property Inspectors Association. If I was going to get into commercial property inspections, I wouldn't just jump in without getting trained, with no standards, with no guidance. So I would join this organization. And they have classes all over the country, and in Florida as well. So click that link if you're going to do commercial property inspections. It just keeps going on and on. We got certified home energy inspections. We got Florida home maintenance books. I love this home maintenance book because one of the things that you do, one of the things that we do as home inspectors is we educate our clients about their home, about the biggest purchase they're going to make in their entire life. And they may live in that investment for the rest of their lives. And so they have to maintain it. In order to maintain it, so that they can like cash out and retire maybe at the end, right? They have to know how the home works and how to maintain it. And you're not going to put all that information in your home inspection report, right? You're just going to flood them with a lot of information. You're going to overwhelm your clients with a lot of information that really doesn't, it's in the wrong place in the wrong time. What you need to do is provide them information that they need after the inspection. And sending them an email of like a newsletter about home maintenance, no one reads that. Everyone just deletes that, archives it. But a book, people tend to hold on to books, especially nowadays, right? Everyone just posts something and just scrolls right past. But a book that you can customize with your name on it, and it's addressed to them, and it's specific to Florida stuff. There's no, there aren't any basements in the Florida home maintenance book, by the way. You know, it's specific to Florida, and it's also in Spanish. So if I was maybe in a small claims court, right? I've been sued as a home inspector. No big deal. Small claims, 3 times, one each time. And one of the reasons why I won was because way back then I was giving out a home maintenance book. I wrote it. I published it. I was giving all my clients a home maintenance book. And I would tell the judge, Your Honor, that I gave them all of this information in addition to the home inspection, which is all about like really defects. I gave them all this other information as well, just overwhelmed my client. And within that contract, remember we talked about contracts? I actually had every client agree that they read the home maintenance book. You want to overwhelm your clients with value. And what do we do as home inspectors? We provide valuable information. Why limit yourself, right? You want to take full advantage of resources so that you can overwhelm your clients with value. Or you want to market yourself as an inspector who provides potential clients an overwhelming amount of really incredible, valuable information so that they can make smart decisions about the biggest investment of their life. So I think it's $2.50 or $3, something like that. I think it's $3. Don't add to your overhead. Whatever price that you've calculated for your business, let's say it's a $200, a $300 home inspection. Now you want to make it $305. If it's a $350 inspection, you want to make it $355 and provide a home maintenance book. Don't add to your overhead. Allow your clients to pay for their own home maintenance book. That's how I actually, that's how I thought of, that's how I teach, like, ancillary services. So if you're going to buy a specialized tool, like an infrared camera, don't think of it as overhead. Think of it as something valuable that you're going to do for your clients. And when you provide value, you can demand higher prices. So when you add value, like a home maintenance book, or you buy an infrared camera and you're going to do infrared scans on every home inspection, you're providing value, increase the fee so that the increase in fee pays for that infrared camera. So all of my clients within the first year paid for my infrared camera, paid me to buy an infrared camera. They bought my infrared camera so that I can use it on their inspections. It's just an interesting way as a business owner to think about how you don't have to add overhead, operating costs in order to provide value. Let your clients provide that for you. Let your clients pay for the valuable resources that you provide them. If you're trying to reach out to real estate agents as part of your marketing strategy, that's a great idea. And we provide free continuing education for real estate agents licensed in Florida. And we have little real estate cards you can give to real estate agents. You probably meet at least 2 a day. When you have a home inspection, your buyer probably has an agent and the seller probably has an agent. 2 cards, 2 agents, networking. And when they log in, they enter your InterNACHI member number and you get an email saying, oh, this real estate agent just logged into their course and they're taking it. So you can track whether it works or not. If it doesn't work, don't use it. We have a message board that's dedicated to Florida. So up here, inspection community, it's about Florida and the InterNACHI inspectors. And if you wanted to learn about citizens denying hurricane claims, got a big thread going on. If you're new to the forum, here's the Home Inspector Pro discount or not. There's a marketing tips for Florida home inspectors, a little webinar. Oh, and it's this one. Is how to re-enter a flooded home. There's an updated Florida lobbyist. So it goes on and on. I like this one, after a hurricane, getting ready for what comes next. Florida Building Code approves InterNACHI. Florida Electrical Contractors Licensing Board approves InterNACHI. We have a radon tester. I don't know if you want to do radon down in Florida. We have partners. If you wanted live training, hands-on training from someone outside of InterNACHI, we have a resource there. If you're into vocational rehab education, paying for your education, we've got that. We have a Florida Adjusters course. We also have business and marketing for inspectors as well. So the marketing team, there's 7 people on the InterNACHI marketing team, and they do all of the marketing for members. They're not marketing InterNACHI. They're a team of consultants and illustrators and designers, and all of their work is for InterNACHI members to be more successful. And all of their work is free. Their design work is free. So if you attain a license, well, heck, I'd start now and working on getting a logo and a business card and a flyer and a website. And that means I recommend InterNACHI's marketing team because their design work is free. All you do is pay for like the print. So if you buy a box of cards off of Vistaprint is a good company, but they're not dedicated to home inspectors. They'll make a business card for anybody. InterNACHI's marketing team knows what to say on a business card and knows what not to say, what not to put on a business card. Some business cards look like an everything topping on a pizza. I mean, there's no reason to throw everything on a business card. It's professionally designed marketing that grabs someone's attention. You want to look professional. You don't want to have your cousin do it because he's kind of good with computers. You want to have a professional marketing team professionally design your image, your brand, your marketing, your message. You want it done by a professional team. So take a look at InterNACHI's marketing team. BizVelop is a free business development tool for Florida inspectors, and it takes you through a step-by-step process. It asks you questions, figures out where you are, and makes recommendations. So in order to reach a goal, you want to make $100,000 by the end of next year, 2025, right? You have to go backwards and have some milestones to hit, sub goals, smaller goals. And you have to know where your starting point is, right? So to reach a goal, you got to know where you began, where you need to begin. Where are you right now? What have you done and not done right now as of today? And then let's reach those goals in order to get your ultimate goal of making a ton of cash as a home inspector. And this tool here can help you do that. All right. So that's a lot of information that Alicia has available from her dashboard, and you have it available as well. Okay. It's actually, this is probably the dashboard that you see. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's go to the homepage of InterNACHI, nachi.org, and go to Get Started and scroll down to Become a Home Inspector. And there's 15 steps to become successful. There's 15 steps, but I think the first 5 steps are critical to everyone in class. And you probably already have done 1 or 2 of them. So let's just go through these. And then if you have any questions, we can attend to those after that. Okay. So step 1, join InterNACHI. I want you to be a member of InterNACHI. And it's because the only way we can serve you is when you're a member of InterNACHI. When you join InterNACHI, a whole world of opportunity and resources become available to you. And we provide, I think we provide valuable information and valuable membership benefits that will help you focus and be successful. Okay. You want to leverage, like a seesaw, you know how your friend is on the other side and they go down and you go up, like you want to, or you're using a crowbar, maybe a shovel or something, right? You stick it in the ground and pull down. You want to leverage InterNACHI resources. The pivot point, is located so that, it's near all the resources, and you've got this really long handle, and long handle is membership. It's very easy to move, very easy to leverage all the resources that InterNACHI provides. You want to leverage all the resources that InterNACHI provides. You want to take full advantage of everything that InterNACHI provides to you that works. We provide a lot of things. You don't have to do everything. Just choose those things that work for your business and take full advantage of it so you can be successful employee of a multi-inspector firm or a successful business owner who runs a home inspection business. Join InterNACHI in order to access those resources. And then get trained, certified, licensed, and get experience. This is the tough one, getting experience. I still remember doing my first 10 inspections. My first 10 inspections, no client. I wanted to perform 10 inspections on my own home 10 times, same day, see how fast I can go. No client. And make sure I'm using my software so that I can crash and burn on my software so that there's no risk involved. I'm not taking someone's money while I'm learning. And if I screw up, I'm not hurting anybody, but I'm definitely getting experience. And then I went to my neighbors and I asked them, I told them what I'm doing, become a home inspector, and I want to inspect your roof. The next one, I want to inspect your heating system. I want to inspect your basement. I want to inspect your garage. Get experience by doing inspections. That's probably the hardest thing, so that when you're ready to market to someone who's going to give you money for your service, you feel confident enough that you can do an inspection along with anybody. And we have like a step-by-step guide on how you can get trained, certified, licensed, and experienced. If you hit step 2, it's just going to jump you down the page. So here's step 2. You get trained, certified, and experienced, right? And there's a link here, get inspection experience and gain the confidence that you need. If you click that link, a lot of links, there's some step-by-step things you want to do. One of them is you just want to follow and learn from master inspectors. And the best way to do that is free. It's expensive to pay someone to teach you. But man, if you could do it virtually online, watch some videos of master inspectors. There's a playlist of a master inspector performing an inspection according to the standards of practice, according to the InterNACHI standards of practice, which is very similar to the Florida home inspection standards of practice. If you want to watch a master inspector inspect the exterior, how does this guy do it? That is a fantastic way to get experience because you're going to watch a master do it. You're going to go outside and do it yourself. Make mistakes, come back, play the next video. And those resources are available to you. Step 3, you can make 100 grand with, I don't have my tools. Oh, it's in my truck. My tools are in my truck. You can make 100 grand with a flashlight. You need a flashlight. You need a GFCI tester. And I like the voltage leak tester so that when there's a wire in the crawl space or something, or hanging out in the attic, you touch it. You don't have to touch it with your hand to see if it's live. You touch it with this thing and it beeps. So you need a flashlight, a GFCI tester, and a voltage tester. Later, you can purchase, after you start making money, you can purchase the fancy stuff. You know, gloves are really good too. And if you need a discount store, that's Inspector Outlet. Inspector Outlet has discounts for InterNACHI members. You type in your member number every time you make a purchase and you get a discount. I think it's 10% off of everything. Some things are more than that. And if you wanted to perform inspections according to a checklist without buying software, right? You're practicing, you're getting experience, you becoming a master inspector. We have inspection checklists for practicing and performing and going over and over your inspection procedure so that when you actually have a client, man, you look smooth. We also have a fetch report. If your software provides PDFs, this is a cloud-based way for your clients to retrieve that PDF anytime they want. And it's easy to share your reports with other clients, And you can watch them, actually track them. Did they read the report yet or not? And we have discounts on report writing software, and we have a ton of home inspection checklists as well. But I like this one. InterNACHI's free home inspection checklist. You go through it, and I would use a computer to do it. It's a little clunky on a phone. It's not really report software for a client. It's really just for practice. You can upload pictures, you make comments, and you can check things, but it forces you to perform an inspection according to the standards of practice. And it's free. It's absolutely free. And you're not going to be in business very long if you don't know what to charge. And just like I said before, you have to compete on value, not on price. Okay? So there's a trend down in Florida to be the cheapest inspector. And we want to just crush those inspectors, right? They're not good for business. What we want to do is compete on value. And to learn how to calculate a profitable inspection fee, we have a home inspection business and marketing course. It is a really good course. It was updated recently with a lot of recent marketing strategies that are actually working from dozens of inspectors. We put that in the course. So if you click this link, take the inspection business and marketing course, and it comes with everything you need. You learn about business, you learn about marketing, you get trained, you learn about training and software and tools, mentoring, websites, and the legal documents. So this is a fantastic college level course. And chapter 11, oh, this is my favorite chapter. Let's go there. Chapter 11 over here. And if you go down to here, so we have two inspectors, Inspector Mary and Inspector John, and they go through the process of figuring out what to charge and how to do it. Do you charge based upon what Juan Garcia is charging? Nope. Do you charge based upon what your chapter members are charging? What are you charging? $50 for a windmill? Oh, okay. I must charge for $50 too. No, it's based upon math. It isn't based upon feeling, maybe based a little bit about the market demand for your services, right? If you have an inspection service for hieroglyphs, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to charge very much for that service. So the market has something to do with it. But basically, it's all about math. And there's a simple calculation that Inspector Mary and Inspector John go through in order to figure out what to charge. So go through that course. Just jump to that chapter. You don't have to take the whole course. There's no exam. You don't have to take the exam. There is an exam. You don't have to take it. But get the resources that you need, right? And there's also a fee calculator. It's an actual online calculator, and you can figure out what to charge based upon other factors like the age of the home, the size of the home, the distance, how many inspectors are there, all kinds of things. So play around with that. And then we've got the signable agreement system. Never step on a property without having a contract signed first. Even if it's like dropping off a radon test first before the home inspection, or a mold sampling equipment. You never want to drop off a mold sampling equipment before the home inspection without getting something signed first. Don't put your foot on anybody else's property without, as a home inspector, without getting something signed, a contractual agreement. And there's this fella here, he's always doing a bunch of videos, and there's 9 ways to make money. He came up with 9 ways to make money. That's probably a pretty good video there. And then it's the fun stuff. I love this stuff. It's about getting online and marketing yourself, getting a domain, a logo, a website, and then job leads. You want to think of your website as a cheap employee, your first employee that you pay about $1 a day. It's about $1 a day. That's all it should cost. If you're paying more for your website, that's more than $1 a day. I think there might be something you need to check, because there's no such thing as what's it called? Management or SEO updates. There's SEO, but you don't need to do it every month, right? Not for home inspectors. Basically, once you build it, you leave it and you let it run. And this employee, this website that you have, that you pay only $1 a day, has only one job. And you check on this employee to make sure that they're doing their job. And if they're doing their job, they get to keep their job. And if they're not doing their job, they're fired. You'll find somebody else. And their main job, their primary role, is to convert people who visit your website into a client. While you're working, while you're eating, while you're sleeping, they work 24/7 doing this one thing. Think of your website as a cheap employee, $1 a day, who works all the time trying to convert someone who lands on your website into a scheduled client. And then it's up to you to make sure that they're doing their job. And that's called analytics. So every website has analytics. It's up to your website builder or designer to give access to that data. As a business owner, you want access to whether or not your employees, your inspectors, your office manager, your scheduler, your growth agent, your website you want to make sure that they're doing their jobs, right? And it's all about numbers. And a website is like an employee. You can check whether or not that employee is doing their job. And it should only be about a dollar a day. So all that information is in step 5. Get a domain. We help you with that. Get a logo, get a website, and get free job leads. Oh, once you get your website going, you update your InterNACHI profile with your website address so that when somebody's searching for a home inspector, let's just go to Google. And I'm going to search for home inspector. No, I'm going to search for something particular. Big Ben Inspections, Raleigh. So I pop up first. I'm number 1 in any search. You can do it. You can go to Google and type Big Ben Inspections, Raleigh. Now, if you do a search for home inspections in Raleigh, you're going to get other people to show up along with me. I may rank 1, I may rank 4 or 5. And that's because of SEO and my website designer. And my website designer is Inspector Website Builder. Inspector Website Builder. Inspector Website Builder designs professional websites for home inspectors. And they only design websites for InterNACHI inspector. They're an InterNACHI vendor, and they're owned by a Gromiko. My daughter runs the company, so that's why I'm proud daughter. I'm proud father. But she actually runs an international company, and they build a ton of websites for InterNACHI inspectors. And if you do a Google search, like me, you can see how high you rank. So they're really good at what they do. I don't know if you landed on my website, but my website is designed to, like an employee, designed to convert website visitors into scheduled clients. And I can see if it's working or not because I have analytics. And Inspector Website Builder provides that. That was the deal. They become an InterNACHI vendor if they can make sure that they design a website and then they give analytic access to all of our members so that they can track whether or not their website is working for them or not. That was the deal, and they did it. So when you get a website designed by my daughter's company, Inspector Website Builder, they'll give you everything you need to make a smart decision about your website, which is like an employee that has one job at about $1 a day. Inspector Website Builder, one more thing. Inspector Website Builder, they will design a website for you for one fee. I think it's $2.99. And that's it. That's all you pay this vendor. The $1 a day, you pay Wix. It's a hosting platform. So it's one low fee. Check it out, okay? That's step 5. Get a domain, get a logo, get a website, and then get free job leads. InterNACHI will send people searching for you, like Big Ben Inspections on Google or inspectorseek.com. This is our search engine for InterNACHI inspectors. So if I was going to do Orlando, Florida, I'm searching for a home, pretend like I'm somebody looking for a home inspector in Orlando, Florida. I'm going to search for home inspectors in that area. And William Matthews pops up. There's his phone number. There's his contact information. There's his company name. He provides a $25,000 honor guarantee, but William has made a mistake. He did not put his website in his InterNACHI profile. So I can't see, maybe he doesn't have a website. You don't want to make that mistake. You don't want to have this experience. You don't want your potential clients searching for you and you forgot to update your website. Is Enrique here? Here it is. So we got this and Oz Home Inspections. Okay. There's a button. There he is. Cool. And look at all the logos. That's nice. That's awesome. That's what you want. You want people searching for you to find you and click your website. Okay. So that's step 5. That's website. There's a bunch of other information there as well. But we're coming up on the 1 hour mark. And I just wanted to make sure that I attend to your questions. So if you have any questions, why don't you yell them out, and I'll help in any way I can.
Thank you. Any questions, guys? Ladies, gentlemen? No? I think they have pasta for lunch and the pasta's kicking in.
Yeah.
I got one. You got one? It's looking.
Oh, how beneficial have you seen the overall being actors, as far as is it long term? Is it, is it beneficial long term, or is it one of those things that once you kind of get your foot in the door, is it something that you guys are making?
He's asking how beneficial are the BNI groups, either long term or short term.
And to be a what?
BNI.
BNI. Oh, I've heard good things about BNI. The most recent inspector, I was doing inspection with Joe Boos, and no, it was Michael Cito. Michael Cito started at BNI, and he loved it because he got an experience of and talking about himself, and he never did that before. So he got that kind of experience. He got that out of him. Joe Boos is the same thing. Joe was talking about how he hated to talk about himself. And so BNI asks you to stand up in the middle of the room, and you're the only inspector in the room, and you have to talk for a little bit about why you should be hired or what you do and how you serve people and all that other stuff. I think you do that after a while, and then it gets kind of boring, and then you're ready for something else. But it's really up to you to try things. Some inspectors, they don't want to do that. They want like what's that? A home advisor. They want to pay 10 or 20 bucks or something, compete with other people paying 10 or 20 bucks for certain leads. And then the lead comes in, and they may get it or not. Sometimes that works too. What works for you? You got to try it out, right? For me, what worked for me, I was a home inspector in Pennsylvania for a dozen years. What worked for me is talking to real estate agents, shaking their hand and talking to them like another human being, right? And getting to know them and remembering, their children's names or maybe even their birthday. It was all about building relationships. That's what we did. I wanted at least 30 really good relationships with real estate agents, so that on average, about half of them would close, or maybe less than half, and I'd be a busy inspector.
Thank you. Any other questions? Any what? This is a guy who's already a licensed home inspector. He's here to start getting some, new in the business. So he's asking, what would be the one advice that you can give them as a new home inspector, new business owner?
I've been doing a lot of inspections with other inspectors recently. You may have seen my videos with other inspectors. I call it Inspect This House videos. It's like a TV show. I'm trying to build some TV shows. So I go and I hang out with other inspectors, and we do home inspections. We film the whole thing. And that personally has been like really eye-opening, to hang out with another inspector and just talk shop with them while doing inspections. It's so much fun. I've learned so much about, I'm really impressed by how fun it is to be a home inspector and how much I can learn just by hanging out with other inspectors. So if you're a home inspector and your business has an opportunity to grow, maybe you don't have a job scheduled today or tomorrow, man, reach out to somebody and hang out with them, right? Maybe just have a cup of coffee at Starbucks or something like that, and just talk. And then you'll get ideas in your head. Because when you're at home, I've been there, and the phone ain't ringing and the website ain't scheduling, right? And it's a little slow today. And you're at home, you got your work clothes on, you're ready to roll, but nothing's really coming together. You need to reach out to somebody. You need to talk to somebody. You need another inspector. You need a mentor. You need to reach out to Juan Garcia, text him, email him. Hey, what can I do? Can I have a cup of coffee with you and hang out with them? That's what I would do as another home inspector. That's the number one thing. You can take all the courses you want. Man, you can take all the courses and all the training you want. And then what does that get you? Right? You can be the best trained, knowledgeable inspector in the world. But man, if you don't know what other inspectors are doing to be successful, you kind of miss the boat and you're just listening to yourself. So get trained, get to a certain point where you can hang out with other inspectors and do an inspection. But man, hang out with other inspectors. Reach out to them, whether it's virtually online or face-to-face.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Yes, sir. Is it a good idea to get other state licenses, like licensing in different states?
I don't, only if you're going to perform an inspection in that state. I don't think any of your clients give a crap that you have a bunch of licenses from other states, right? What they really want from you is valuable information so they make a smart decision on the most important purchase of their life. That's your focus. You can get credibility in many other ways. One of the best ways to get credibility is to have some Google reviews. So, all those free inspections you're doing for your friends and your neighbors, have them do Google reviews, right? A Google review, it's a weird thing because you can have all the licenses in the world. You can have all the certifications in the world. You can stand on the top of your roof and yell out how great you are. But people trust the opinion of a total stranger, right? So the Google reviews, don't forget about Google reviews. They're pretty powerful too.
That's a good point. I'll go to you in a second. Top 3 auxiliary services.
It's geographically dependent. So down in Florida, maybe Juan Garcia knows what they are, but in my area,
Windmill
Northeast,
4-point mold testing.
Yeah.
That would be my top 3. Windmill 4-point mold testing.
Windmill 4-point
yes, sir.
mold.
Say that one more time. Do you include cost repair estimates in your home inspection report?
Yeah, I did. I was allowed to in my state. I had to quote the source, which was me. So I just said, hey, this is how much I think it's going to cost you to repair. It's up to you. Some software does it for you though. Don't buy cost repair software if you're not sure if that's valuable information for your client. I would do a bunch of inspections, and if they're all like, hey, can you nail down this cost? Then I would do it, right?
And I'm going to teach you a free tool so you can do that.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there it is.
Man, I saw your video when you actually did the home inspection at the end, since you brought up Google reviews. You explained really well how you get that review at the end of the inspection. I think that would be good for everybody in the class to hear if they didn't see the video.
Did you hear that, Ben?
Yeah, everybody does a selfie nowadays, right? You can even get people to do a selfie video, a testimonial, just say like, hey, can you turn around and like, were you happy with this, and get paid? And we're walking out and like, oh, can you do a quick selfie for me? Like, and give them your phone, have it on video, make sure it's flipped the right way. It's pointing back at you, right? And just say, can you just do like, hey, I just had an inspection with Big Ben Inspections, and he is a fantastic home inspector. I recommend Big Ben Inspections, right? So you can easily get Google reviews, video testimonials. I think the main thing is you have to ask for it. So what do you want? Just ask for it. Man, I would love a Google review from every client. I mean, there should be no way that you walk away from a satisfied client and they didn't say anything about it, So I think it's easy to do. You just have to ask. Look, I want to leave you guys on this. Go to it, NACHI.org, inspect this house, NACHI.org/inspect hyphen this hyphen house. All right. NACHI.org/inspect hyphen this hyphen house. And you'll get to see me and doing inspections with other inspectors. It's been a lot of fun. And
That sounds cool.
We're going to put up a new one, I think today. I did one with, I can't remember. I think it was Joe Rodriguez. And so we're going to put that one up today, I think. So I'm doing those inspections, and you should hang out with other inspectors as well. It's really a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, everybody, I'm going to go. If you need me, it's ben@internachi.org, ben@internachi.org, and I reply to every email. Try to catch me in the middle of the night. See how fast I reply. All right.
Middle of the night, email Ben, not me.
Thanks,
All right,
Juan. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Bye, y'all.